Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Wednesday night. It's my Monday. So glad to be here. Hope everyone had a wonderful Monday and Tuesday. I'm still getting used to taking the time off. I do miss you guys. I was used to doing it like every night for a couple months. But I'm enjoying the rest and the balance. So that's what it's all about, right? So before we get started, I do want to send love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me in doing that, I would more than welcome it. Just going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And whether you are watching live or on replay, you can join all together outside of space and time to send that love out to the world. So we just let that love cascade down into our heart and fill us up and flow out to the world. And if you are in need of love at this moment, for your heart, for your mind, your body, a relationship, a loved one, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that and allowing that for me. And before we get into the actual readings, did want to make sure everyone is aware of my personal reading giveaway that I'm going to be doing this year. I'm going to have a reading or a drawing every 2 weeks. And here's the link to the video. Actually, let me adjust that a little bit here. There we go. That should work there. Okay, yep, there it is. So it's going to be based on that video, with however many comments are made on there. If I get 15 or more, which I already got that on there for sure, I'm going to give away a 30-minute personal recorded reading. And then I think I hit the 30 plus already too. The 30 plus, I'll add in an additional reading, a 45-minute personal recorded reading. And if I hit 45 or more comments on the video, then I'll give away an additional reading, 1 hour personal recorded reading. So if I get 45 or more, there'll be those 3 prizes that I'll draw for. And I'm going to kind of do that every 2 weeks. It depends on how much, of course, interest I have. And if you guys have any ideas, comment on that video, any other drawing ideas that you guys would like, because it's all for you. I love giving. So, nothing's ever too weird to ask, you know me. So I like that. And then also we put out the weekly energy updates. This week we have um, the Mars retrograde. The Mars is coming out of retrograde and going into its post shadow. So there was some interesting readings on those as well. So you can check those out if you're interested. And then I had a couple people ask about Cash App. And so I researched it. I know, right? Look at me. And I actually have Square is where I do all my bookings for personal readings and all that. That's all linked down in the description box of the video. But there's a way to do a donation link where you can donate on it, and it includes Cash App and some other options too. So when got all that set up, and I've added that into the what is it called? The pinned comment at the top of the video, and it's in the description box of that as well. So for those of you that were looking for that, there you go. Another option. So look at us. expanding. All right. So let me pop out the chat here and we will get started on the readings. And of course, what I was all talking about is if you're new to my channel and new to these live readings, what I do is I go in order down the chat in for the free readings. So it's first come, first serve for the free readings. And then I just got a donation. Thank you so much. So when someone makes a donation, like Mir just did, MYR, I step out of the free readings because I do honor that energy exchange. And then I step back in order and continue on down the list for the free ones. So I'm on for about 2 hours. So I usually get through quite a bit, but that's how it works. And that's how we're going to do it this evening. So again, so good to see you guys. Thanks for all the thumbs up you've already given the video. That also helps my channel so much because the YouTube algorithm loves the likes on all the videos and comments and all the beautiful comments you make, and subscribing, of course. And so it shares more of the videos with the world. So you're a part of helping spread the love tsunami to the world. So thank you so much for that. All right. So let's get started. I'm going to use the Tarot of Dreams this evening. Let me raise that microphone a little bit so that you guys don't have to hear it shuffle so loud. And so we will start here. So Mir, you will be first, and then Renee. Yeah, I was wondering, Renee. So I was hoping you were showing up because I did see your donation on Monday, and I was like, but I'm not on, am I? And I'm like, I almost panicked a little bit, thinking, was I live? And I didn't realize I had set myself to be live. So definitely you have 3-question credit for this evening. So no, not a problem at all. All right, so Elpedia, you are up, and you want to know whether Dr. Saeed, your PhD writer, thinks you will finish your PhD in 2024. All right, yeah, let's take a look here and see what Dr. Saeed is thinking. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Well, it's looking good here because you got the Hermit card, which has to do with your inner journey, and you have the Two of Swords, which is kind of like this balancing between heart and mind. It's like close your eyes and open your heart, and I feel like what Spirit is saying here, whether they think that you'll finish your PhD, is if you really apply, withdraw to, not that you have to become a hermit, but really if you just buckle down and do the work, that you are able to do it. I feel like they're kind of the crossroads where they're thinking that, because the Two of Swords is like at a crossroads trying to decide, the Libra energy balancing, going back and forth. But they feel like if you apply yourself, the one that they know is inside you, that they feel like you would be successful. Because you also have the Nine of Coins and the Page of Coins. So you've got the Nine of Coins here, which is about finding your worth from inside. Like the Hermit card is the number 9. This journey of the Pentacles and the coins is also about finding it within yourself. And of course, you always have Spirit here with a bird, but the Page of Coins is about new opportunities and things would open up too. So I really feel like their energy towards you is that you can do it. You just have to, they can see it in you. You just have to apply yourself. You just have to go inward and find that strength, because you also have here finding your worth from the inside. And because you have another 9. So you've got 3 nines. You had, like, 3 sets of 2 cards. Each of them have a 9 about inner looking inward. The 9 of swords has you looking at your fears, because the 9 of swords is known as, like, the nightmare card or the insomnia card where you have so much on your mind, like, so many fears, small T truths, fearing that you'll lose, or fail or all these the fear of losing conditional love, not meeting up to all these expectations in the outside world. So you've got this, again, another 9, an inner reflection on your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that keep you limited and keep you feeling small, and like fearing failing. Because you have palaces are unique to this deck. Palaces are about creating this beautiful, beautiful safe space for you to express who you are. It's also a big, huge place of abundance. It always reminds me of the Emerald City in The Wizard of Oz, which is a great card for this because with all those nines of the inner reflection, the big moral of the story, and I just see 19 likes and 9 people live here. Nines and nines and nines all over the place. But the moral of the story of The Wizard of Oz is that you had it within you all along. The lion found the courage. They had it all along inside. The Tin Man had a heart inside all along. The Scarecrow had a brain all along. And so Dorothy had the power, all along. And so I feel like that is what the whole scheme of all this is like. It's great that Dr. Saeed recognizes that within you, and the current energies are that they feel you can accomplish a lot of stuff, but the big thing is that to remember and discover that you yourself, how do you feel about you? Because that's what matters the most. You have it all within you. Whether someone has an opinion on the outside world, yeah, it helps if they're your supervisor or, like you said, your PhD supervisor and all that. They're the ones that are going to make the decision, but they are the ones that the decision is made through, but all the decisions are made from up above, really. I mean, when we really look at the real scheme of things, that's what happens. But that's what they have for you right now, Alpedia. So hopefully that resonates for you. So I like it. All right. So thank you again so much for your donation. All right, Renee. So yeah, you have your credit. You are very welcome. Sure, you can ask whatever you want, Renee. So you have four four questions. You have 3 credits from Monday when you sent me that donation, and then and that. So let's take a look here. Yeah, Alpedia, they like as I used to tell my representatives in when I was a supervisor in jobs, you are your own supervisor. You are your own PhD supervisor, and so all you have to do is if you have questions, ask. If you want guidance, ask them. That's all you have to do. Keep asking because you're the one in charge, right? All right. So that's for your first question. So we'll do I haven't read the questions yet. So that's number 2 and number 3. And then there's an extra card there too. All right. So do you see you getting the job Jessica is hiring for within the next week? So you have the 6 of Cups coming in for that question. And the 6 of Cups I mean, that's nostalgia. It's the past. It's looking backward. Um, so I know you wanted one card in there, but that's kind of an odd card to get for that. But or is it like, do you always get the jobs you apply for? Because you got the Wheel of Fortune, which is a very fortunate card, of course, fortunate that it turns out for your for your highest good, what you would feel is fortunate. Um, and how would the boss view and treat you as his assistants, the role Jessica is hiring you for? Yeah, you got the two of coins here. So the two of coins would be that it's a very balanced um, view. They would treat you as like an equal, that it wouldn't be like I'm your superior. They would treat you with respect, and even though the assistant, they would still, treat you as like an equal, because I like the balancing of those in the outside world. And then how does your brother view you? The devil. You are the devil. What did you do to your brother? Oh my gosh. But but that's all right. It's okay because they also gave you the world card for that, which is an ending of cycles and beginnings. And the devil energy is Saturn energy. It's someone who works hard and gets rewarded. It's someone who challenges the ways of their thinking and how they move forward with that. The world card is all about leaving behind old ways of thinking and moving to new ones. So both of those cards together really, work together. No, the devil, I mean, all the cards in the, in the tarot are positive cards. They just tell us, they're helping us mirror and understand our journey here. And remember though, when we ask, when we ask, how does someone view me? Each like, I get questions sometimes, or how do all my friends view me? And I'm like, in all sorts of ways, because when people look at you, you're a mirror. So if a monkey looks in a mirror, monkey's going to see a monkey. If a donkey looks in the mirror, they're going to see a donkey. If a princess looks in the mirror, they're going to see a princess. So it is all about, how whoever's looking at you is seeing themselves in you. That's why when people have opinions about you or me or anyone, all they're telling you is how they feel about themselves. And our opinion of them, though, that is the true question, is like, well, how do you view them? Because that's going to show you what you want to see about what's going on inside of you. Asking them, that they evidently are going through a lot of self-reflection and trying to let things go and move forward in their life. If that's the way they perceive you, then that's what they're going through. So that is how that works. So you can ask yourself, how do you view your brother? And that will tell you some stuff. Did you have a fourth question? Because you made a 3 question donation on Monday. So those are those. Okay. And then how does your old boss view you? Okay. Let's see how they viewed themselves, right? So let's take a look here. Yeah. So we did get a couple cards that popped out. So the first one was the 5 of Cups. So they see, there's this sadness that you're not there. But they understand choices here too, because the 5 of Coins is left behind, left in the cold, um abandoned. And so, if I don't know if you left, but whatever it is, they kind of just feel like, um you know, this is how they feel, but also think, that this is how they feel. You are perceived. Uh, Let me try to rephrase that. So this is how they see you. Like they think this is how you are feeling. Like you feel like, um, kind of heartbroken and disappointed and left behind, left out in the cold and let down and abandoned, by them. But again, they have all this in this huge thing in life. This is unique to this deck too, which is the Tree of Life. Here's your higher self, your soul, and all the journey it went down here to become a human, and then all the way to get back. We go. Our journey is to uncondition and remove barriers to remember who we really are. Yeah. So, that's kind of what is unfolding with that. Sure. Ask away, Renee. I appreciate your donation so much because I enjoy having food. Obviously, I can use a little less of it. I need to get out walking. So more on how Brother B feels about you. Okay, let's take a look here. So when he gets beyond his the devil card and those immediate reflections of themselves, they really do see you here as someone who understands themselves, deep dives into their emotions, also has a great deal of intuition and gut instinct. Um, they see here that you do here pursue and you go after your dreams. I really feel like they see you as someone that will not hold back, that you you still have this excitement about life, that there is this dream that you can head for, and you have these goals and things that you want to do, and it's like yes, 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 and so they see that as you have a great gut instinct, and awareness, and uh, awareness around your emotions too, but also this passion that you have to go. And also with the Knight of Swords, the knights all quest and the swords is for higher truth. And so I feel like they see you just as someone that, you seek higher truth, seeing things from different perspectives, good gut instinct, able to understand emotions, and but have a dream. And you're not someone who feels like you're cursed in life. You feel like the way he perceives you anyway is someone who still dreams big. You don't allow your um, the those fears of losing conditional love, pop in and impact you. You allow yourself to still dream big. Yeah, once he gets past the devil, he just he. But that devil still, it's like you challenge, you dive deep, and you try to you're always doing self-reflection and self-growth, which is what the Capricorn devil energy is. And you're constantly reinventing yourself with that world card. So yeah, all of that, he just sees you as someone that really does it. Right. And then number two, what did Jessica tell the boss about you after she interviewed you? Okay, let's take a look here. That's yeah, right? It's actually Saturn energy, um, which is the taskmaster. They show us the chains around our neck, our thoughts and our beliefs that are limiting us, and it challenges our the way we've you know have really been taught to believe about things when we're growing up. So that's what they have there. Well, good. Well, this is what they told you, which is great. You've got the Four of Swords, which is the peace of mind. And so that's great because this, with the Jupiter card here, it is a good sign. So what did they tell you? Well, you're level headed, you're mentally stable, is what this does too, and a lot of energy. So you're very energized, you're very excited, you are a go-getter, but you also have, a good mind, a good head on your shoulders with this, the Four of Swords coming in, because this is thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, you know. So, um, this is what she told the boss about you afterwards. So I like that, because those are two great things that as a supervisor, I'd want someone who's go get them, energized, excited, but has a balance too. I mean, because you could be really excited and just mess up a whole lot of stuff, but I want people who are capable and energetic. And so that's what I feel they said there. All right. Right. So that's what we have there. And then, all right. So we are good there. You are very welcome. Thank you again so much for all your donations, Renee. Always greatly appreciated. All right, Random. And Random, did you make a donation somewhere? I don't see an email that came through, but maybe the hopefully my square should be. Oh, maybe it came through here. No. Hmm. So let me know, Random, if you did make a donation somewhere. So while we're waiting, we will start on the free readings and continue down to make the best of time here. So, who is coming towards you in the next 3 months, BKNY? Let's take a look here. Let's see what they have. So, who's coming next? Okay. Well, you do have a new opportunity that's coming here in the next 3 months with the Ace of Coins here. Um, it feels like whoever this is, there's a Nine of Wands, which represents like an energetic barrier that's been blocking in between you and someone. And they're showing here that as you are looking here at balancing your thoughts and your mindsets and your beliefs and your expectations, things are balancing out, things are changing. That is what you're really understanding your power as you're letting more expectations, those fears of losing conditional love go. It allows you to step in your power here, and it helps you remove one of the blocks so you can pass through it. So whoever has been in your life that you've been wanting to move toward, but there's been this block, there's this change that's happening here, because you also have the Six of Swords, which is, your thoughts, your beliefs, and your mindsets. And you're moving from choppy waters to calmer waters. You're moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking that help remove the block here, which helps create a new opportunity. So, whoever this is, I mean, I feel like you will know who it is if it's someone already. And if it's not someone you already know, it's someone that you will encounter in these next 3 months. And you're going to be like really drawn to them, but you're going to feel like a barrier. But when that happens, try to take a step back and try to investigate, what do you feel thought and belief and mindset is keeping you from moving forward? Because that's the thing that frees you, that allows you to get your power and to step through that, and head into that. So that is what they have for you, BKNY. So many blessings to you. All right. Esther E., you are up. Well, thank you so much, Esther. It's my pleasure. I feel I'm still working through my guilt and fears of taking 2 nights off, but I'm so glad that these mini, I like that, mini readings um, bring you some joy and some entertainment, hopefully too. So you want to know, will you receive abundance and when? And I don't thank you guys enough for being here, especially, so many of you come so regularly. It just, I feel like we have a soul family here. And so I do appreciate you guys being here. Even though I don't say it all the time, I really do. I really, really do. And I get drawn into the readings, and then after I close everything down, I'm like, oh, did I really thank them enough? I don't know. Because I love doing this, definitely. I feel honored. All right. So let's see here. So will you receive abundance and when? Well, we've got some nudging from spirit to dive deep here. You got the Queen of Cups, which is a lot like the High Priestess because she's so connected to emotions and her um, intuition and her gut instinct and connecting to the spirit realm. And you have the Judgment card too, your higher self calling your human self into this deeper relationship here. And I feel like they're saying this is abundance. Once you turn inward and connect higher with them, your world just like blows up as far as feeling abundant, feeling whole, feeling complete because you get to see things deep and higher way that you just see that you have everything you need in each moment and you have this beautiful connection with the spirit world. See what else they have here. Yeah. So they have here, it's like revisiting some old emotions, some old ways of thinking, and some old feelings from the past around what abundance means. The Six of Cups is more emotional, but with the Queen of Cups here, I really feel like it's this emotional connection around abundance that they want you to go back and kind of reflect upon because that is where the barriers, that's where like um, how they say you have a glass ceiling or a block, that you can't move beyond because it has to do with some emotional things from the past. And with the Judgment card being there and your higher self drawing you in, they draw you into that unconditional love to go visit and look at your inner child. There's a great book that I read last year called Tapping into Wealth by Margaret something or other. Oh, here it is right here. By Margaret Lynch. So it's Tapping into Wealth by Margaret Lynch. And it's about, how you can do tapping, but she goes so much more beyond that. Talking about the emotional blocks and getting into talking to our inner child and how it's our inner child that and the beliefs it has in the subconscious that's keeping us held back from true abundance. And so I like this. So if that book interests you and it resonates, check it out. Or if you have a library, just see if they have it there too. But because it does take you into your power, the Ace of Wands that allows you to really get a hold of your energy and investment, of where you invest your energy and the how far it will take you. And like Liz was talking about with the Nine of Wands, it's our energy that's blocking us. And once we grab a hold of that Ace of Wands, we're able to step through it. So once you look into those things and really look at what is holding you back, it's all below the surface. If you're not conscious of it, it's subconscious. Like only 20%, we're only like 20% conscious of things. There's 80% of our being is subconscious. So there's so much that's in there that we can bring out and reveal and transform things. And so the when is the more you work on that, the faster those blocks are removed it because you're removing the block out of the way and able to move through things. So that is what they want you to do. That was very interesting. I had no idea that's the way that was going to head, but that's what they have for you, Esther. So I like it. Many blessings to you. Maybe that'll be something that I can do is step through a book, so like my 2023 books that just blew me away, and do little summaries of them. Maybe I'll do something like that. We'll see. All right, but that's what they have for you, Esther. So many blessings to you. All right. Okay. All right, random. I'm gonna have to figure out how I see those because it didn't come through my email, but maybe it does it with something differently and takes time. So we will random. I trust you. You're here all the time. And then Alex will come to you after that. So random. I don't see. Did you ask a question? Let me just scroll up a little bit here. All right, random. So if you throw your question down there, oh, there you go, random. If I will read, I would see it, right? Okay. So what does Jason think of you? Think of the conversation you had today, and why does he? What does he think of you now? What will come of it? All right, let's take a look here. All right. So, what does he think of the conversation today? Well, we've got the 3 of Cups, so that's joy and celebration. So that's a good card to get because obviously, if someone's joyful over the conversation, then that's good. So it made him happy. It did bring some joyous feelings up there. It also, with the moon card here, it kind of threw him into a reflective type of energy. Usually there's like a little pool or a little lake or something, but I like how they have it a mirror here too. But it's all reflective. So it definitely took him into some deep emotional reflection. Cups is emotion. So it did bring some joy, but it also just triggered for them to really evaluate their emotions and understand things and kind of the moon card is very much a deep diving type of feel to it too. It's very Pisces. You can see the Pisces symbol up here. So Pisces, they dive deep into their emotions. They dive deep into they go to the light side and to the dark side of the pond. They go back and forth between the emotions. So joy, but then also, what am I going to do with all this emotion? So I feel like it did spawn some different emotions within him because we do have the 6 of Cups and the Ace of Cups here. And so what will come of it? I feel like this is like new emotion, new love. And the 6 of Cups, I don't know if you guys were dating before or because this is kind of like old memories that are coming up too. And I feel like there's like new memories and old memories that come together with this. And we do have the Palace of Coins. And the Palace of Coins, palaces are unique to just this deck. It's a place of safety where you feel you can express yourself and your worth. It also very much a card of abundance, and I like referring it to as the Emerald City from the Wizard of Oz. It's like you're headed here for the wish, for the things that you want, but you will find that you have it inside of you already. But there's this wonderment, this adventure, this follow the yellow brick road and watch out for the flying monkeys and the witch. But you're going to have this adventure through this. And so I feel like it's this wonderful, um, you know, story that's unfolding. It's almost like the black and white. If you've ever watched The Wizard of Oz, it starts off in the black and white in Kansas, and then it ends up this beautiful, bright, rainbowy adventure. And I feel like that's what's happening. There was a black and white world, maybe that you guys are coming from, but I feel like it's going to head off in a different direction because of this. Um, so yeah, that is what I feel is coming through there for you, Alex. Let me see here. Yeah. You know, the Four of Wands, stepping through the doors, going through there. This can be the wedding, the wedding card too. But, you know, I feel it's more headed off and follow the yellow brick road. That's what they're telling you to do is just follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow. I'm not gonna bust into song, but I feel like that's what they have for you, Alex, is just enjoy the adventure, let it'll unfold, and it's headed in this direction. I'm sorry, that wasn't for Alex, that was for random. I was just seeing your name there. So that was for random. So that's what they have for you. Hopefully you that resonates with you. And I will figure out Cash App here um, for next time. In fact, let me write that down. Old man memory here. Um, I will forget. So I just want to make sure I don't um, lose you guys. You know, if you guys are donating, I don't want to miss those and not give you the prioritization. So we'll figure that out. I thought it would just send me an email, but evidently, let me check my junk mail. Nope, nothing there either. All right, we'll figure out. There's probably some setting somewhere, but that's what they have. So thank you again for your donation, random. All right, Alex, you are up. So what's to come in the future, love? Well, I didn't see anything come through YouTube either. Weird. Yeah, usually it'll appear here in a big thing if you used that. So you never know. YouTube is not perfect. All right. So Alex, let's take a look here and see. So what is going to come in the future for love for you here? So I do see that you're doing some clearing here of your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets around relationship, and then you know, because you've got the Knight of Swords, which, you know, swords, like I said, thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, expectations. This is in the search for the higher truth, the higher understanding. And the Seven of Swords is understanding what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets stole from you. Thievery, right? What stole love from you in the past? So you're on this quest of understanding what of your expectations are limiting you and confining you to where you know, um, are missing out on opportunities for love because we're all given so many roles around what a relationship should be, who they're supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be, all that just feels like a cage. But when we bust out those bars and expand that by removing expectations, removing these fears of losing conditioned love and all that rule stuff, then that opens up more opportunities. And I feel like that is what comes here for you because you've got the Four of Cups, which the Four of Cups has, you know, the three cups of the outside world, which this is when we did what we always did. We got what we always got, which was unfulfilling, didn't make us feel fulfilled at all, or if so, not for very long. But here's the new love that's being offered. It's something of higher vibration that comes in as you do remove these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets about the timing and the who and the what and what is it supposed to mean when you meet someone and how you was supposed to feel. We have all of this mindset and all this stuff that comes in, right? So it's just a lot of mental stuff that's clearing that allows love to come in. And the more and the faster that you look deeply and be aware of those things and remove them, the faster the wheel turns and brings the love towards you. So, this is what Spirit is saying is like looking into those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets that limit you. Yeah. Because then they have the Queen of Wands here, which is all about standing in your power, trusting your gut and instincts, and moving forward with fire. But I feel like right now there's this cage that's keeping you restricted from moving forward. But as you remove those, it's like you're removing, several bars on a prison door, um, and it allows you to step through then. So I like this movement. I like this energy that's coming your way, but it has to do with removing those things on the inside first. So that's what they have for you right now, Alex. So again, thank you so much for your donation. And I know it's like I want dates and I want this, but if we brought in someone now with where we're at, like we were talking about, when I did what I always did, I got what I always got. And if it's like, well, I don't want to raise my vibration. I just want love. And they're like, well, here you get what you ordered before. I'm like, ugh, no, I'll raise my vibration. Thank you. So that's what I feel is going on. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So we'll continue on and down the list for the free readings. Again, thank you so much for your donations. And double, triple, quadruple X, you are up. Is your nephew, doing black magic or a spell on you? You're feeling, is that suffocated? Oh, maybe suffocated. I don't know. My English gets me by, but sometimes people use words that I'm like, I don't have to understand. Spirit knows what you're wanting to know anyway. So let's take a look here. So when it comes to spells and black magic, though, no one can impact us. We can only allow it. I know I talk sometimes here about the vampire example where someone vampire knocks at the door, and in this scenario, we have to invite vampires in to our home in order for them to enter it. And we look through the peephole, and if we see the vampire, we don't even have to open the door, acknowledge them, right? We can just disconnect the doorbell and ignore their knocking. Or we can open the door and they go invite me in, and you're like, no, slam. You can do that. Scenario 2, right? Scenario 3 is like you open the door and they can invite me in, and you're like, okay, come in. And then they're biting on you and taking your energy and taking your life energy, right? But you can uninvite them at any time, like on, I think it was True Blood, when Suki, if you guys watched it, she would like uninvite someone and they'd go flying out the door. We can do that. And number 4 is when we open the door and we go, no, I'm not going to invite you in. Then they tell you, well, here's the agreement. You don't invite me in, you have to give me 2 bags of your blood. And they throw 2 bags in your house. And if you go put the blood in there and give it to them, it's us giving them, it's us inviting them, it's us. We hold the power over our energy and no one else's. So more so what will happen here is that you'll discover that it's actually our fears that are making us feel suffocated, which does show up here with the 9 of Swords, which is then, obviously there she's very scared at the claw, right? So this is the nightmare and insomnia card. All the expectations, all these beliefs that are tied into conditional love, that's really what is bringing around the lower vibrational energy of fear. But they also show you here, you've got the King of Swords. You rule over your thoughts and your beliefs and mindsets. You have been given a lot of thoughts about, that black people can do black magic and spells and stuff. And everyone will say, well, I've seen proof. And it's like, well, when we believe that it's going to impact us, by golly, we're that powerful. We're going to have impact on us. If I believe someone putting a spell on me is going to make me sick and I'm in fear, my body goes into fight or flight mode and shuts down and I get sick. So there's a lot of power that we hold, but you hold the power over your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And as you connect to your unconditional love from above, that will, take things, take away these fears of losing conditional love, because the king has the ace of swords that allows you to cut away those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets. And you also have the palace of swords comes out as, here's the ace of swords. This creates a safe space for you to about your beliefs and your mindsets and how you look at things too. And you again have the queen of wands showing your power. You are the one that holds the magic wand. The knight of wands is on a quest for getting their power back. And I kind of feel like in this scenario, this is what they're saying is like the queen holds the ace of wands. She determines um, what happens with her energy, where she expands it. When we focus on our fears, our what's missing in our life or what's in our life that we don't want, we grow that and expand it. We focus on what we're grateful for, focus on joy and laughter and peace, that grows instead. So there's a lot of power that comes in here. And you have two eights that came in. Here's your inner strength. This is the powerful you. And this is about you really mastering your outside world. And with all of this combination of stepping into your power, things do move in the outside world. So with this, if you have this fear that this towards your nephew, that's what you're picking up here. But they wanted to show you all the power that you have with all those visuals, that you are that queen of wands. No one can do anything to you. You hold the power. So that's what they have for you there. Double, triple, quadruple X. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. And then I did get a donation here. So let me go to the bottom here. All right. Thank you, Esther. And you want to know, how will you meet your soulmate? And do you have any angel numbers? Okay. Let's take a look here. Let's see what they have for you here. So how will you meet your soulmate? All right. So how you're going to meet them, you have the queen of coins here, the queen of pentacles, which is about mother nature, mother nurture, taking care of yourself. And you have the wish fulfillment card coming in here too, the Aquarius, star, hope, but this is wish fulfillment. And I feel like with the two of these here together, they're telling you that when you are like living your dream, like you're doing something that makes your heart sing. Like, I don't know why they're bringing pottery to my mind, but it's like, oh, maybe because they have potters. So if you enjoy pottery, it's like you're doing something that you love, that it just brings you joy. And that if you could, get paid to do it, you would just do it because you love it, and the pay would just be a benefit. It's like, and when you go and you're doing a pottery class, you meet them there. And so it's doing something you love that makes your heart sing. You actually meet them doing that. It's not pursuing romance, it's pursuing what you love, and then that brings something there. So I like that. You definitely have the ace of swords here, which is new communication that is coming up. And and then we have the two of wands here, which is you really investing your power, and whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And again, I feel like this is coming in here going, as you focus on what you do want in your life, what you're grateful for, and what you enjoy, that just expands and brings more in. But if you focus on what's missing, like if sometimes we will, Focus on, I don't have anyone in my life. And when we're putting that energy out, I'm missing having someone in my life. All our energy is saying, I want more, I want to miss more, I want to miss more, I want to miss more, and that's not what we want to grow. So it's the adjustment of where we invest our energy is what expands things in our life. And I really like that because you do have the Eight of Wands, which does show some beautiful, beautiful energy that comes in here once whatever you're focusing on, this is the amount of energy that's headed that way. So whatever we're focusing, it's either going to go this way or this way. So they're just showing the amount of power that you hold in where you're focusing your energy. So I like all of that because you do, again, with that Ace of Swords, it's about new communication coming in. So once you adjust your energies, then and do focus it on doing things you love and gratitude, you're going to see things change. Because you also have the World card here, which is the ending of old cycles and the new beginning of new things as well. All right. So that is what they have for you, Esther. So, oh, and do you have any angel numbers? Um, you know, it's funny when I first read that, they're like, every number is your number. But they will, you'll notice them, of course, because you'll see them repeat and repeat and repeat. And if you have any that repeat, because they're showing me that they're sending different codes all the time, different ones here and there and there. And whenever I see repeating numbers, I go and I just Google or whatever your favorite search engine is, and just put angel number 1212, and then you'll see a bunch, like a million results. Whatever one jumps out to you, go to that one, and you're going to have a message there from them, because they are constantly nonstop talking to us. And always, they can always hear us, but we're not paying attention, or we're not, we're caught up in the chaos and the fear world, which is so noisy. But if we will raise our vibration to that of unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, then that's the frequency at which they speak, and we can tune in and hear them more clearly too. So I like that. So that's what they have for you, Esther. Again, thank you so much for your donation. All right, random. Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, I will definitely look into that, random, because if you are getting charged for it and I'm not getting it, that's not good. So I definitely thank you for your donation to make sure that I received it, but I definitely will research it on my end too. If you have a receipt or something too, if you want to shoot it to my brettazen@gmail.com email, that will help me research it with YouTube as well, because you know how they want proof and all that. And so, but thank you again so much. You're so kind. Thank you. All right. So we'll jump back in order of the free readings. And we are at the top of the hour already. Gosh, it just flies by. So if you're new to my channel, what I do is I go in order for the free readings, and if there is a donation, I do step outside of the free readings to honor that energy exchange, and then I go back in order and continue down the page. So I'll be on for about another hour. So as we get closer, I know the free list gets very long very fast, so I try to get through as many as I can. All right, so Anjali the Virgo, you are up. You want advice on your friendship with Rishi and for the coming months. All right, let's take a look here. All right. Well, so Rishi here, like the Four of Cups here, it seems like what has happened before just hasn't been fulfilling. And I feel like this is on both sides, with this Cancer symbol. It's like both sides of the coin here. It's both of you have had experiences in the past with other people that just feel empty, just feel, eh, bland. And the Ace of Cups here that's being offered is a higher love, and it's really what you guys are wanting, something more substantial, something that just feels more fulfilling and whole. But it's like this is what you guys are searching for. And I feel like with the guidance for the coming months, these just coincide so much here together because the Hierophant, this card is about looking inward for your capital T truths. What is your ultimate truth on the inside? Who do you want to be? What do you truly want in life? Not all the mind stuff in the head that, we're told we're supposed to and should and need to, but it's about diving deep within to find out what is I truly want. Because that Ace of Cups, we don't find out there anyway. We find inward and upward. That's what we're hungering and thirsting for. And we usually find that the outside love, disappointing, challenging, not fulfilling for long, if at all. And but once we find the chalice from up above and that love from up above and we fill up, it changes our whole viewpoint of love on the outside world, because when we're looking for it for our sustenance and we're needing it to be unconditional love, but it's conditional, it's always falling short. But when we're full and overflowing, all of that is given to us on the outside world is extra, and it, instead of being lacking, we find that it's abundant, it's above and beyond, and so it changes our whole viewpoint. And I kind of feel like the friendship, it's just like it's a wonderful mirror for you, with that, showing the Cancer with the little mirrored effect, that you both are looking for something more, but you're not going to find it in the outside world, because you have been searching, you have been having a lot of different experiences, friendships, romance, whatever it may be. And it's just like, when am I going to find that just overflows my heart? Well, it's inward and upward that we find that. But then once you find that, then it just, the whole world changes on the outside. Instead of being so desperate for so many things that we're taught to be desperate for, with relationships and jobs and education and money and things and body and blah, 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 we become very settled on the inside because we find we have everything we need in here, and less of that outside is not drawing us so desperately to obtain it. So that's what I feel their messages for you right now. I know not what I thought was coming through, but that is what they're bringing you. So that's what they have, Anjali. So many blessings to you. All right. So I do have another donation. So Mira, you'll be the next free reading. But Alisa, thank you so much for your donation. And you want to know, you got a recent fallout. If you didn't conform to the idea someone had. Okay. Okay. And did you want to know kind of like the why behind that, or you might be typing the rest of your questions. So I see a couple dots. So let me know, Elisa. Okay, there you go. Okay. All right, Elisa, take your time on writing out what you want there. I don't want to rush you. While you're doing that, though, I do want to make the most of the time that I have on here. So I'm going to complete Mira's reading, and then once you're done and ask your question, I definitely will go down to you and make you the next one. All right, Mira. So coming blessings for you in January and February. Let's see what we have here. All right. Well, um, I know this doesn't look like a blessing, but then it is a blessing though. Because you have the Tower card, which is a beautiful card of removing out of our life what is blocking us and to make space for something new to come in. So could be an end of friendship, relationship, whatever it is. There's things in January and February that are being removed out of your life for you to make room for new love coming in here. The Ace of Cups is beautiful new love that's unflowing here. And so we do have the Tower, you know. I know it looks scary and ooh, no, but it does show us, we can, of course, always we feel the emotion at first when that lightning bolt hits the tower that it's happening to us, but we realize later it was for us when the better thing, the thing that's more in alignment with what we want, where we're headed, comes in to replace those things, or things were moved out of our way and we're able to move forward into things. And we're like, I wouldn't have been able to have done this if that hadn't happened. So I really like that coming in here for you. Um, and that's the blessing they want you to know right now is you're going to have some things be removed. Try not to panic, breathe, do Lamaze, whatever it is to let's calm ourselves while it's happening because I know this is for me. It's for me. It's for me. And then new love comes in. So I like that for you, Mira. So breathe through the Tower moment, knowing that it's bringing something so beautiful on the other side of it. So that's what they have. All right. So thank you very much for your question, Mira. So many blessings to you. The next free reading will be Aditi 444. After that, whoops, sorry. No, I went right past you, Princess Pinky. I'm so sorry. I had highlighted you to go back to you, but I went over you. So Princess Pinky is the next one, then Aditi. But I do have all right, very good. All right. So Elisa, let me just read this real quick here. All right. So, how to heal from this where people are just speaking so harshly to you, right? I was listening because I just said those. So, people just bash you and don't see you. Okay. So, let's see what they have here for you. So, why is all of this happening and how to heal from it? All right. So we have this rebirth card. The death card is death and rebirth. It's the ending of old things and new things coming in. And I do like this for you because you do have the Page of Swords here. And the Page of Swords next to the Moon card here is this mirror. And the Moon card allows you to see what it is that is riling up within you. The things, these swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations, all these beliefs that you've been fed since you were very young. And these are these opinions about when this thing happens, this is the story that I have to put to it. And it has to do about, me. And so when whatever happens, whatever is in this mirror, it's going to keep showing us what we want to see until we see it. Our higher self knew that I want to see this about myself so that I can be free from it. And so, triggers that come up within us, the stuff that makes us feel wounded, the stuff that makes us feel disappointed and heartbroken is that we have all these expectations of this is how people are supposed to treat me. People, all the outside world is supposed to do all this um, the way that I've been taught that I think I'm supposed to be. And so when we look to people and we base our worth on their actions, we're out of control. We feel out of control. Our self-worth, we are defining it by other people's actions, which is total out of our control. So all this stuff keeps happening enough and enough. All this stuff gets reflected back to us over and over and over again until we see it, until we, see this um, awareness of um, that I am kind of cheating on myself. I am not defining my self-worth. I'm looking at retail price, which is what people value me on the outside, not how I value myself, but how I feel other people are valuing me. That's where I'm putting my value out here, which is fickle. It's constantly changing. One moment, as you have seen with all this, one moment someone is rewarding you, and the next moment they're withdrawing it from you. Yeah. So, all of it is going to be pointing you back to you for you to define yourself. And everyone is a mirror. So, like in examples are when if I mean, I'm trying to think of an example. I'm waiting for an example to pop into my head. um, yeah. Well, rejection. What's painful is fear. What is the story we're putting to what they're saying is what is causing the pain. The prick in our heart is fear that I'm unlovable, I'm rejectable. It's you know a the swords here. It's these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are rooted in fear of losing a conditional love. One moment it's there, one moment it's not, but that's the whole purpose of the journey, is for us to realize, to experience all that. We came here, I know it seems weird that we came here to experience what it might feel like to be feel like it might feel like to be disappointed and heartbroken and all of this, but it's a mirror for us. And like, so here's a good example. My mom's love for me is conditional. You can look into that mirror and replace and realize that that mom you see in the mirror is actually you in your mom's clothes. And you're like, my love for me is conditional, right? Because um, I have made my love for myself dependent upon how other people feel about me. Once you turn inward and upward and you find unconditional love from your higher self, that is your self worth. When you look outside of yourself, going, well, that person feels that way about me, that person feels that way about me. Well, their feelings just changed. So now they feel that way about me. It's constantly changing, it's up and down, it's all unstable. And that's what we learn in this life, is that when we look outside of ourselves for our worth feels unstable, because we're told to look into relationships, situations, and things to define who we are. But relationships, whether it's friends, family, romantic, work, whatever. People change, people pass away, people walk away, right? As you had said. So there is this movement away, unstable. Situations like job, education, social status, whatever situations we get in, always changing, unstable. Our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, they break down, they burn down, they deteriorate, they're stolen, unstable. So when we look for, and we've been taught this, right? This is all those opinions that were taught when we're very young, that we're supposed to define ourselves by all those things. But as we grow up, we realize, you know what? None of that stuff is fulfilling. I get to turn inward and upward because um, this is unconditional love. You can't lose it. It's forever. It's eternal. It never ends. Stable. The only stable thing you're going to find is turning inward and upward for that love. Then once you have your stability, you're not looking for your definition from everyone else. All they're doing is opinion, and anything they give you is above and beyond extra. You find your meal, your 10-course meal, and your first and second dessert on the inside. Everyone else is just giving you third, fourth, and fifth dessert. And if they take it back, you're like, "Oh, thank God I was going to explode. I was so full. I don't need it. So I can take it or leave it." And that's where this change happens. That's where this you know the transformation happens, inward and upward. And then you have the two of wands to here, which the two of wands is, the our power to choose. Whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And so when we focus on what we have in our life that we don't want, and we focus in on what's missing in our life, or what we fear, then that all expands, that grows. We focus on what we are grateful for, what we do want in our life, focus on joy and laughter and gratitude, then that expands as well. So, how to heal from that is to turn inward and upward, and um, and because when we're in fear, all we're doing is reacting. But when we're able to get to a calm place, we're able to see that these mirrors are all showing you how you really feel about yourself in some way. Then that is where the healing happens, because you're not looking to the outside world for that. So, but that's how the healing goes. And I know you've been commenting around here, Elisa. I know I have a lot of readings I need to do. So if you are wanting to do maybe a personal reading where we can have more of an interaction one-on-one, because I I really, there's a lot to read there and to respond to. But with the donation for the one question, that's really what I am focusing in on. Otherwise, it's kind of like we're having a long conversation and everyone else is patiently waiting. So, um, but if you're on Instagram, you can always reach out to me and DM me there, or my email is also listed in the description box of the video. And you can reach out to me there as well. That way, I'm just not taking all my time on that one individual. And I thank you for understanding. I see that you're saying there, and I know you definitely are in a lot of pain. So I wish I would like to answer more for you though. So definitely reach out to me on Instagram or on my email. Okay. So thank you for your donation though, and that is a good start, is to turn inward, step away from it all, and because when you're in pain, you're in fear, and so stepping away helps you just get away from all that chaos, right? So sending you so much love, Lisa. So many, many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. All right. And random, I did actually just get a Square Online checkout. for $1. So I, that one came through at least. So anyway, weird. All right, Eliza, thank you so much for your donation as well. And you'd like an energy update on what's D's current situation of R, or oh, what's the current situation of R to A? Okay. I was like, who's D? Having flashbacks to those math questions in grade school, right? All right. So, Elisa. So, what's the current situation of R to A? Okay. I feel like this card comes up with them a lot here. Oh my God. I'm like, I really want to go back and look at, because I know you ask about them here and there, but I swear you get the Hermit card with them, like they're distant. He's pulled away, tired. I think you get this too, tired of the all trying to live up to all those expectations, exhausting, and all of that, um, and trying to take control of their life, get organization, and trying to make things happen in their life. But I feel like they are pulling away because they were just tired. It was just they were exhausted from trying to live up to all those expectations, all those supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's. And now they're trying to get things stabilized in their life. A four is a number of stabilization, like you think of a huge table with four huge legs on it. It's a very strong foundation. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to step up to try to make that happen, right? And but I like this because it feels like there's movement starting to happen. Whereas before, I feel like it was kind of going in circles and blah, blah, blah. But now the eight of coins comes in, and the eight of coins I feel is different energy, because this is about the apprentice becoming the master. And when they're doing the work, which I feel they have been trying to put in the work, that now there's going to be movement starting. So movement and this change, moving into a different part of their life is what is happening. So I feel like where it feels like things were spinning, and how sometimes when something's loading on your computer and that little loading bar feels like it's going like, did it even move? Suddenly it goes, "Zzz," and you're like, "Oh, I think it just had movement." And so it is having movement. Um, no, I don't get that at all from what I just said. Hermit moving away, stepping away to themselves. A hermit isn't in a relationship, they're off by themselves. Definitely endings and new beginnings with the 10. They don't want to be in this because this is how they felt trapped and restricted and exhausted. And so they're what's what I feel has been going on, and I think we talked about, they have so much connection, like property and possessions and joint accounts, and maybe living together. It's like there's complications, these strings that were holding it, that they were working on trying to get things separated. And now he's been doing the work on trying to get his life to where he could move forward, and that's what he's doing. So I don't feel like it's them holding on. I feel like they were on their way out the doors, but they um it's like if you can't afford to live on your own. I don't know if that's the case, but that's the example they're giving me. So if two people can't afford to live on their own, or they moved in together and now they have a lease, and they have a lease, and they have a dog, and they've got joint bank accounts and joint credit cards or whatever. There's a lot of ties, and they have to peel away the fingers to be able to separate, and it takes time to peel away the fingers to separate. So that's what I feel is going on with it, is that, but I finally feel like it felt like there wasn't movement happening, as far as like there was, they did some stuff, but there's some things that they couldn't take action on. But now things are falling into place. Like they had to wait a certain amount of time before a lease is up, blah, blah, blah. And things are coming to the ending of things where they can take action on them now. And I feel like that's what's happening. So it won't be too long, I think, before they'll be officially divorced, separated, or whatever it is. But definitely, with all that 10 of swords, they definitely want, yeah, 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 exactly. So not emotional ties, just financial ties is really what it is. Property ties. But it'll be here very soon. All right. So again, thank you so much for your donation, Elisa. All right. All right. So that is it for the donation. So we'll move back to the free readings. And yeah, it's me. You can ask a question. I'm going to be on for about 30 more minutes. I am going down in order, and this is for everyone since I'm about 30 minutes out to the end of this session. I do go in order of the free readings on first come, first serve. But if someone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I step out, complete those, and then step back in where I left off on the free readings and continue going down. So if you want to make sure I do complete your reading in this session, a donation of any kind, I honor it. I know everyone, has different monetary abilities. And for those of you that can't make a donation, I'll talk about some alternatives here toward the end as well. All right. So, Princess Pinky, thank you for your patience. We are back to you. And what are your spiritual gifts? And are you aligned with your soul purpose? All right. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. All right. Well, you did get the Page of Cups, which is emotions. And the Page of Cups, for me, this really feels like empathic abilities, picking up people's emotions. I kind of feel like when you meet someone new, even their faces, they're like this is you're going, you sense so much about people. You understand and you feel people's emotions. And um, there is this, uh, I was going to say, and probably most people in here have strong empathic abilities. We all do as humans. We all have gut instinct. You meet someone, you're going, there's something weird about them. That's just on the surface. But a lot of people, as you develop your intuition and your gut instincts, you can go down. It's like the human soul is like a funnel, and you can go down deeper and you get more information. There's more responsibility that we have as we go in there, you know, not going in for get the scoop on people, but to help people. But that's just a piece of it. And a lot of times you'll hear empathic people going, it feels like a curse sometimes, because when you feel like you go into a restaurant and you feel everyone's emotions, it almost feels too much till you develop like a little shield around you that keeps those emotions in there. And so you don't take them on yourself, and they become your emotions and you react from it. You just sense it and know. You don't have fears of letting down people by not solving their emotions. That's the big thing with empaths too, is we're taught as humans, you are responsible for everyone else's happiness. And so when you feel everyone else's sadness and anger and everything else, it's overwhelming because you feel like you're supposed to solve everyone's emotions. No, it's just awareness. That's just a small piece of your gift, though. The other piece of your gift is that you are able to put forward and push out unconditional love energy. So you can change the energy of a room. You can't change people's emotions because that's their individual choice, but you can make it easier for them to choose love or fear by what you put out into a room. So you can flood a room with unconditional love. Then you might see me at the beginning of these sessions. I allow the love to flow in, and I fill the chat room. I fill everything, the connections, so that it stays connected, and it's that changes things, and that's what you are able to do. You're able to push out that energy as well. So really developing your empathic abilities is a huge thing. I know I keep talking about it, and I need to really do it. I want to have some sessions on how we can develop our intuition and how the way you can put up a barrier to protect your emotions and different things. So we'll get to it, but in the meantime, you can do that. And then, are you aligned with your soul purpose? Absolutely. Here's the tree of life. Here's your higher self. Here's your human. This is the path that we came down to become a human, and we have all this stuff, all these barriers we built to keep us human, and then our journey is removing the barriers to return back and allow more spirit to come into our life. So you are on your path. This tree of life card is specific to this deck, and that's the interpretation that it's coming in for your reading. Is you are in alignment with your soul purpose because you came down here to experience. You're experiencing every second. There's no right or wrong or supposed to or should, or this. Sometimes we'll talk about contracts and we're like, oh, the human mind gets involved. We have a soul contract. Oh, if you don't maintain that soul contract, you're going to get a big hefty fee and punishment when you go back to the other side going, you didn't fulfill your contract. No, contract is like an agreement of like, this is what we want to do. It's more free flowing than we um, can perceive it here in our human form, because our human likes to put definitions. It likes to be able to judge, am I good or bad? There's no good or bad. There's just different down, spirit doesn't have good or bad or supposed to. It just has, you have different choices to make. We have a minimum that we come in here to experience, and then based on our choices, we have a maximum we can also experience. But the bare minimum, we always will have this. So you're always going to meet your soul purpose, but you can always do more above and beyond that too. It's like taking extra credit, and we can do that. But you're definitely, that's one of your spiritual gifts, and you're definitely not in danger of being sued by heaven for not meeting your soul purpose. All right, so that's what they have for you, Pinky. All right, many blessings to you. All right. All right, so next up is Aditi for the next free reading. Again, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video already. You guys just blow me away. Thank you so much for all the love and for all the love you're helping send out. So, Aditi, you want to know about yourself, your energy, your glow up, your personality, and how to upgrade yourself. I like it. Boom, boom, boom. Let's take a look here. All right. All right. So right now, your self energy, your glow up, your personality. I mean, you have the Page of Wands here, very fiery, very. I feel like you're on the verge here of upgrading your energy and how you use it and how you expand it. And I like that because you, right in conjunction here, you do have the Two of Wands, which is telling you that it's like a muscle. Wherever you focus your energy and how your energy expands it, reinforces it. Of course, like we talk about Whatever you focus on grows. You focus on what you don't want, what you're missing, what you fear, that expands. But when you focus on gratitude, focus on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, focus on sending energy out to the world, then that just grows like a muscle, allows your energy flow to grow and grow even more so. So, this energy that you have, this spiritual energy, this emotional energy, this mental energy, all of it expands and all of it grows. But there is this beautiful, um, just awareness that's coming in here around your energy that just seems to be going to the next stage, like really stepping up levels of where you've used your energy before. And so that is like what allows like every area of your life to upgrade, because you have the Queen of Pentacles here, the Queen of Coins, which is mother nature, mother nurture, and new birth. And so I feel like the more you focus on, um, where am I investing my energy in me each moment, like if you maybe set an alarm on your phone for every hour and make it like a, if you want it to want it like annoying everyone else, or like me, if I have an alarm go off every hour, it annoys me myself, me annoying myself. So I have it on vibrate. So it just, I'm like, okay, it's a gentle one that I'm like, okay, so, come back to this moment and breathe. But for you, it's, okay, I'm going to send energy out. I'm going to really focus and send love energy out to the world. Or what am I going to do with my energy in this moment? What am I focusing on right now? Is that what I'm wanting to expand? And I feel like with your, like yourself, your energy, your glow up, your personality, how to upgrade yourself, it's when you focus on gratitude, it's just going to change everything. And I've mentioned to others before, about doing a gratitude journal where every day you write something you're grateful for without repeating anything for as long as you can go. You just keep going because it keeps inviting more things to be grateful for in your life. And even if you start doing it every hour or every 2 hours, whatever it is where you feel, however, how much, I can't even speak English today. So, how fast you want it to happen determines how often you focus on gratitude, right? So, if I really want to change things fast, then every hour set an alarm for what am I grateful for? And be grateful for something, and it changes the energy. And then we becomes our habit where we automatically are thinking about what I'm grateful for. And that just brings a lot in. So I like that for you, DT. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down for the free readings here. We're down to Latoya. Let me take a quick sip here. All right. So a general love reading. All right. So you do have the Five of Swords here. And regarding love, this is about conflicting thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around love. And so when we're looking at, asking about what does spirit want you to know about love, it's like, when you spend time really connecting to the capital T truths of the high realm, this is like the Ace of Swords. This allows you to connect to love from above and see things in a different way. Otherwise, you have two swords, the other person has two swords. And if we get caught into proving that our expectations, our small t truths that are rooted in the fears of losing conditional love, like my expectations and rules around a relationship are going to be different than everyone else's on the planet. There's no one that has had the exact life that I've had. So there's going to be some differences. And if I am so adamant I want to protect those and that they have to be obeyed, I'm going to be in battles. I'm going to be having disappointments, going to have arguments, and I may win the battle, but I will lose the war and lose the relationship. Like I proved I was right where are they going? You know? And so I feel like what spirit is having you do is stepping inward, questioning your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets you have around what love should be and shouldn't be and supposed to be and need to be and have to be and must be, and release as many of them as you can, because that will just allow harmony to happen between you and a love rather than a lot of conflict. So that's the quick and easy one for now. I'm going to kind of go into a lightning round. And for those of you that are listening, I'm actually going to try and experiment with some lightning rounds here, non-scheduled, just pop out of nowhere. And I might announce it like 30 minutes before, but it's going to be a one card lightning round, like one question, one card, boom, 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 and just get through a bunch of people in an hour. It's only going to last for an hour, but I want to try that out and see how that goes and how you guys like that. So we will see. But for the remainder of this one, since I'm only going to have about 20 more minutes, I'm going to try to get through as many readings, free readings as I can. Let me just make sure no one has made a donation. Okay. So let's get through here and get you guys some answers. So, love reading for Alex. I know. So you have the Hanged Man. It feels like you're going through a little bit of a transformation, caterpillar into beautiful butterfly. So there are some things that are falling away out of your life. That's what caterpillar juice does. You know, a caterpillar crawls along the ground, eats a lot, creates this cocoon, and then dissolves to form the butterfly. And it's the struggle getting out of the cocoon that gives you the strength to fly. And I feel like you're in the kind of the caterpillar juice forming into the butterfly stage regarding love. And it's good because you don't want to have what you always had. You're ready for something new coming up. So have patience as things unfold, but the more we work on our self-love and expanding that, turning inward and upward, the faster the process goes, because that's why there's this pause, is because spirit wants you to work on your self-love to raise your vibration to match that of the other individual that's also having their love vibration raised, so that you're going to have something that you haven't had before. Butterfly love, not caterpillar love. So that's what they have for you, Alex. So many blessings for you. All right. So Melissa, you are up next. Anyone know why did Crush Aries stop initiating conversations with you? Okay, let's see what Spirit wants you to know here. So they had Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, this is a lot of energy that entered their life, a lot of passion, a lot of fire. And Aries, that makes sense here. I almost feel like they burn themselves out. Like they just have so much energy going so many different directions that they just exhausted themselves. It's like the fire went out and like they're just like have no energy for anyone or anything. So perhaps the holidays, perhaps everything just wore them out and they're just but that's Aries energy quite a bit too, is that they're so fiery. They're the baby of the zodiac. They are like a forest fire, and once the fuel is gone, it just goes out. So I feel like they're just, the fire has gone out. The all the wood in the fire pit is burned. There was nothing else to burn, and so it just fizzled. So that's what I feel, Melissa. I know, I'm sorry. But, everything happens for us, right? So if the fire has gone out and it was fun while it lasted there, it just means it's being cleared for something more in alignment, something that won't just, like a sparkler that you light at 4th of July and you're like, it's really pretty while it's going, and then it's just this little burnt little stick that's, okay, what do I do with this? So something more is coming your way, though. So I like that, Melissa. I know. Sending you lots of love. You hang in there. All right. Hey, Manju, Master Zen. You're so funny. Manju. Anything you need to release or surrender to let go from your life to become an even heightened version of you. Anything spirit wants you to know. Let's take a look here. So we have the Knight of Coins, which the knight is in pursuit of, all knights have a quest. This one's in pursuit of the Ace of Pentacles. So the only thing that you can do just to improve and the your awareness of who you really are, this is like an adjustment of how you perceive yourself in relationship to the outside world. So, this is like our constant journey here, on as humans, because we forget how powerful we are, and the journey we have is removing and unconditioning ourselves from all these beliefs that we've created about our worth. We have all these blocks between us and pricelessness, and it's the removing those blocks, and that's just continuing to question these thoughts and these beliefs that we have around ourselves, that we have embedded in our subconscious, about that this thing means this about me, this thing means this about me, when really we find all our worth from within. But we're taught so much about external things defining us, that I feel like this is having you look into that, because you also have the Sun card, which, in addition to shining bright light and being victorious and being a bright light, is Leo energy, which is about diving deep into your child self, which is where a lot of those beliefs come from. So, really visiting, going deeper, and talking with the inner child about why do they feel this way, because that's all in your subconscious. And so, we have the conscious things we're aware of, which is about 20% of our brain, 80% below the surface. So there's so much that we're unaware of, that we can dive deep. And so if you do any kind of exercises around connecting to your inner child, whatever resonates with you, research, investigate, find different ways. You can write with your non-dominant hand, and there's a bunch of books. The Presence Process by Michael Brown, like I just talked about, the Tapping into Wealth by Margaret Lynch. There's some great ones that just help us get into their marriage. Is it Marriage of the Soul? Marriage of Spirit? Something like that. But there's some great books out there and some great resources to dig into that inner child. So that's what they say you can continue to do. It's just about removing these barriers between us. It's like, who is it? I quote them all the time, and I can't even think of their name right now. But it was we don't have to find love. Rumi, Rumi is their name. But we don't have to find love. We just have to find the barriers we put between us and love. Same thing with our worth and becoming the best version of ourselves. We already are the best version of ourselves. We just have these blocks in between. That block is where we can't see it. So it's removing those blocks. All right. So that's what they have for you, Manju. Queen Angie, you'll be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a couple of donations. So Ms. Brazilla, thank you so much for your donation. You want to know, how does Seth feel about you? Okay, see what his intentions are. So he did approach you at the gym, huh? Ooh, okay, let's take a look here. So how does Seth feel about you? And anything about his intentions? All right. So his feelings for you, he has the Three of Coins here, which the Three of Coins is about being true to your authentic self. And I like that, because this is how he sees you. Not someone who is like trying to impress people and afraid you're going to, anger people or get punished by people if you don't do everything they want you to do, or concerned about everyone's praise and that you'll lose it if you don't do what they want you to do. It's like they're like, you know what? You just I am me. If you don't like it, not so. I don't think you're that crass about it, but the energy is there. It's just like, okay, you don't let a lot of people do that, and they like that because that's them too. The moon card is like a reflective. It's like, you're that way. I mean, you're a wolf and they're a dog. But it's like you're similar, you do a lot of things similar, and they like that. They like that there's enough similarities that it's a great mirror for them, and they like what they see because they see a lot of them and you, and they like that, because it's the things they like about themselves that they're seeing, not the things that they don't like about themselves that they're seeing. And as far as intentions, I mean, you got the star card, which is the wish fulfillment card. You also have the page of swords, which is about new communication, additional communication here. So they are, I feel like the Aquarian energy is the unsuspecting energy. Uranus energy is like they like being different. They like being odd. They like, I wonder if they are an Aquarius, but they like doing things unexpected, and they don't want to do things that are, let's just meet up to expectations and having all these rules. They like doing things spur of the moment. They like doing things. They have the Five of Wands energy here too, which is movement from what feels like conflict to realizing it's more than that. It's for you. So there is this wonderful um, switching of energy. The five is a good number to have. It's changing of energy. Things that feel fiery and conflicting turn into something much more passionate instead. So I like that. There is this. Um, I feel like they're not sure of their intentions yet. I feel like they're just interested and curious, and they're just want to see where things go. They're not a big planner. It feels like, at least at this point of the interactions, they're just wanting to see where it goes. And so he approached you on a, I want to go do it, and he did it. He doesn't go like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this. It's like he flies by the seat of his pants kind of attitude. But I do like it. I mean, there's definitely attraction there, and he likes that. So that's what they have for you, Miss Priscilla. Thank you again so much for your donation. Greatly, greatly appreciate that. All right, Sun and Moon, thank you for your donation. And you said question is in chat. Let me just find it really quick here. There it is. You are very welcome. Always good to see you too. So you'd like a love reading for January and February, and also next steps with Pisces. All right, let's take a look here. Okay, anything else about next steps with Pisces? Okay, class pass here. Okay. Well, I do see here you do have the Empress card, which is new birth, new things coming. So love, this would mean new birth, new things coming, which I like. I also like that you have both the Knight of Swords and the Four of Swords. Peace of mind, putting things to rest. Ace of Swords here is what this knight quest after, which is higher truth, seeing things from a different perspective. The reason why that this individual is able to sleep soundly is they've cut away these expectations. All these fears of losing conditional love, they just have, and they're sleeping on the Ace of Swords, which is connecting them to the capital T truths of the higher realm. And for me, that means that they are, um, cutting away those things, and they're just um, seeing this connection, this unconditional love, and it's released them from these fears that they can be unlovable, that someone's actions mean something about us, all those expectations that our brain is filled with around what a relationship is supposed to be, what it means, who I'm supposed to be, who they're supposed to be, blah, 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 right? This long, long, long. And this cuts it. That Ace of Swords just left and right, it clears it away. Which brings us into next actions with the Pisces. And let me just make sure what you asked there. Yeah, next steps. That's what we were asking. Because you have the Seven of Swords, which, with this cutting away here, Seven of Swords is you realizing what of your own thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets have been stealing joy and love from you. And with the World card coming up here, which is endings of old cycles and a beginning of a new adventure, I really feel with the combination of all these cards, especially with a rebirth and a new birth happening, that it's time. It's time to release and move on, release yourself from those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets of whatever are connecting you to them. That it's time. You've been patient, you've invested it. It's a lot of energy, it's a lot of drama, it's a lot of oof. And you've learned a lot, but now it's time to step away. It's time to let old ways go and begin a new journey. Is really what I feel. Sun and Moon. Yeah. That is what was coming through there with those last two cards there. Yeah. Then they give you the Eight of Cups. Walk away from the emotions that no longer serve you, because as you're stepping away, up and away, this goes to the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. So that Seven of Swords, these thoughts and beliefs, these fears are holding you back. And I feel like it's like, what if this was the one? What is meant for you will never pass you by? But I feel like you've been passed by several times with this one. And it's time for you to step and just release and head off into something more towards what you deserve. Something more in alignment with your energy. So that's what they have for you, Sun and Moon. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. Sending you lots of love. And again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. So we are at the next free reading is Queen Angie, and I am just about 5 minutes away from ending this session. So now is the time. If you, Queen Angie will be my last free reading in this session. So if you want me to complete your reading in this session, then a donation of any kind will ensure that I complete it in this one. Otherwise, if you're not able to make a donation, I totally understand. I totally get it. I put out a ton of free content. So if you do go to my Wed-Sun Mystic Tarot main page by clicking on my name, I have a lot of playlists. Pick a card readings. I've got weekly energy updates, monthly readings, all of those by the last two by individual zodiac sign, solstice readings and equinox readings by individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos too. So just follow your heart and spirit will guide you to the playlists that have those readings and messages for you. Like I did, let me post this really quick here and I will get to you, Queen Angie. I also have a personal reading giveaway every 2 weeks, which this next one will be this will actually be the first one of 2023. This will be for this coming Sunday. And here's the link for that. I will be giving away a 30-minute personal recorded reading, a 45 And I might even be getting up to 45 or more comments, which I'll be giving away also an hour personal recorded reading. So be sure to check that out. That's an alternative there too. I do offer personal readings. You can book those. All that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. Did remove the sliding price scale, and I just moved them all to the low price because everyone is having such a wonderful experience around finances in our day and age. I was just like, you know what? Let's just have low price. Because I love giving readings. So you can check those out. Let me see that, and then I'm here Wednesday through Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain, and then also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain. And then, like I mentioned, I might start some little lightning round where I just pop on for an hour and just one card reading for one question, and boom, 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 and answer questions very quickly. Just to give a whole bunch of people an opportunity to get a reading, because I know a lot of times this free readings get very long very fast, and I don't get through a ton of you. I get through a lot, but there's so many that are left undone. I wanted to do something else, and so I'm going to try that out and see how that works too. So those are the possibilities and the way that you can do those. All right, and I don't have any other donations. Let me go ahead and we will take care of Queen Angie. A message from your future spouse. And how will he be? All right. What does the dude have to say, right? Let's see here. All right. Wow. Okay. I like it. So you do have the Six of Coins and the Knight of Coins. And so the message from them is one of them is the Knight of Coins. They pursue their worth in relation to the outside world. And so there is this message here with both of these coins coming in together. The Six of Coins is what we call the codependency awareness card. And I feel like what they're saying is like they are working on themselves and making progress on their codependent tendencies. And that they're telling you that it helps speed up the process if you also work it on your side. Because what the codependency awareness says is, you know, we have this rate of exchange of love that we're taught when we're young, like 7 years old and younger is when we develop our emotional side of ourselves. And we tend to have to overdo things to get attention from our parents, our teachers and grandparents, and, you know, aunts and uncles and friends and coaches and whatever. And because we have to give so much and get so little back, we accept this rate of exchange when we're young of having to give like 100 to deserve to get one. And that carries it into school and work and relationships. And we don't question it because it's in our subconscious and it's just kind of there. We feel we have to overgive to get a little. Well, of course, that causes a great amount of exhaustion and resentment in relationships, because if you feel you have to give a ton and only can receive a little back, and this person's trying to give you a ton, you're going to reject some of it. And you don't want them to give it to anyone else, but they need to give it to someone else or somewhere else. So they'll become workaholics or go to the gym or spend all that energy on their friends or a hobby or affairs. Boom, right? And then we become resentful and exhausted because we'll continue to give and give and give and give to try to, you know, match the exchange rate of what they're giving. Well, if both people are overgivers, oh my gosh, that's just going to be insane, you know, because they want to give 1,000 to you because they feel they deserve one back, but that's like 100,000 or 10,000 that you would feel you have to give them. And if you want to give them 10,000, like, oh my God, it just, you know, it just blows up. And so with both of you working on understanding your overgiving and where that comes from, to where it's equal 1-to-1, then that allows a cohesive, beautiful relationship when you guys meet. So that's the message from the future is, hey, I'm working on my codependency over givingness. If you do the same, then it's going to be beautiful when we come together. And I like that. And then how they will be, they have this Palace of Swords. It's palaces are unique to this deck, which this is about creating a safe space for you to share your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, a place for you to safely communicate to. So I feel like there's this beautiful openness of allowing of sharing of thoughts, sharing of minds as well. They allow and they are comfortable with not feeling like they have to be right all the time. They're willing to hear your ideas, and they also are open in communication because swords is thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and communication. So I like that for you, Queen Angie. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. And I think, let me just check my junk mail here too, just to make sure nothing went over there. Nothing there. All right. So I don't have any other donations. So we're going to go ahead and close down this session for this evening. Again, thank you guys so much for all the love and all the wonderful comments. I'm just blown away continually by all of the amount of beautiful energy that I feel from you all, and your thirst and your hunger for spirit and for answers from spirit too. So please know as you go throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you, yes, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So hang in there. Have a great night, a great day wherever you're out in the world. And we'll see you when I see you, but I'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain. Until then, you guys take care. Much love to you.